Chris,
Marcus.
we are back. It is a little pocket awareness, guys. ALPA underscore QB1 for the Twitter. I should probably put it down here too as well. Chris, I got a little ticker going. I should probably do that. I should probably put it down there as well. And then, of course, on Instagram as well, same thing, ALPA underscore QB1 for Instagram. And then Little Park Awareness on Facebook. And then, of course, at the Mark John NFL for me, at King Manelas for Chris. And we are the ALPA QB. We've been gone for a while. We've been gone for a while. It's all right. I mean, things happen. Life happens.
Life happens.
Life happens. But I got my top 32, and I'm ready to go.
Are you though? Are you ready to go though? Because I don't know. I don't know if this year, I think this is the first year we've been talking about it for a few years now, about the decline of the quarterback play, and I think you really saw it this year on the tape from last season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it was just really hard. Let's just say that it was just tough, man. I just, especially when I got to after the top four. The top four is super easy, so I mean,
sure,
that's easy as hell.
Yeah.
It's just when you get it past that, it is like, oh man, but is he really 6? Do I really believe that? And then I'm like, oh, well, and then, man, if I put this guy here, they're gonna be really mad at me. That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, man, I got that guy there. That's gonna cause some problems. That's controversial.
We're gonna go through this list of yours, and you're gonna say some things that sound like might be upsetting, and I'll deal with it.
Okay.
But I, for those of you who've been following this show previously, I think you got to buckle in here because I don't think this season's going to get any better.
It's going to be an interesting year for quarterbacks. I think it's just they're so young, man. I was looking at this. So I'm looking at the old guys here. You got Stafford, right? And then like Rodgers and Wilson. And I got Joe Flacco, who I was forced to put on there because the Browns.
We don't know who's going to be starting there.
It could be Dylan Gabriel.
Could be. They just brought in what's his name? Tyler
Huntley?
Yeah, Huntley's in. They got 5 quarterbacks in camp.
They got Kenny Pickett,
who's got a hammy injury.
Shedeur Sanders is playing the first preseason game, which means he's like Dylan Gabriel's not starting. Like that, is Gabriel going to be their starter? Dylan Gabriel?
Dude, everything that I've heard coming out of camp has not been kind to Dylan Gabriel.
I know. So it's Joe Flacco, right? He's the quarterback.
Oh,
so
sure.
I got it right. Joe Flacco is the quarterback.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, other than that, man, I swear all these guys are under 30, like for the most part, or turning 30 this year.
Yeah, it's gotten younger. We lost some really big names the last 5 years, and it's not pretty out there at the quarterback position. I mean, if I was 20 years younger, man, I would feel pretty good about my chances.
Yeah, you feel good about you just run the West Coast offense, man. They point and throw.
Yeah, I ran a West Coast offense.
Pick a side, Chris. Pick a side.
We started doing some spread. I can go under center. I can get out of the gun. What do you need? We need some RPOs. I ran some RPOs. I know how to RPO.
For the fans watching, Chris can't play quarterback. I would say Chris is almost as talented as Tyler Shook.
I mean, that's like a compliment for me, at least.
I don't know. I feel like you were 27 playing college football, Chris. You might. Okay. Took you 8 years to get there. All right, anyways.
Run it back.
All right. I'm just saying, he put some heat on that ball playing flag football. That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
No, don't say flag football out loud on the podcast, dude. That didn't count at all. That didn't count at all.
I'm dying. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. There's a lot of young guys here.
A lot of young guys.
A lot of young guys. Some are better than others.
Some got a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. Some got a lot of work.
They got a lot of work to do with these young guys.
But I had some big fallers too, Chris. I had some big fallers. I had some risers too. I had some risers.
Well, I have after the last 2 years, and where certain names ended up,
Uh-huh.
and the way that I gave you grief about those names, we'll see where you start saying these names again.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I just I had some risers. I had some and definitely one faller that I was like that I text you about. So
just one.
just I mean he's like the main faller for me. Like I never thought I'd have him this low. So
Okay.
it wasn't a thought, but I'm going off the film, guys, and looking at the stats and how the season ended. That's why I have that guy there. But yeah, it's
Well,
just a
I
little
mean
bit of preview.
that's why they follow us, Marcus. That's why they listen to us because of what we said in the past. There's not like a bias. We're not trying to film some sort of narrative here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just it's called the eye test. There's tape. They put tape out there, and you can watch it, and you can see what happens, and you can evaluate it. And the tape is what the tape is. We're not making any storylines up here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to give it to you the way that it should be.
And before I get to this, I do want to say shout out to Baker Mayfield for making us look good. I mean,
making who look good?
I mean, us, man. We both have QB1. Though. I'm just come on, Chris. Which sounds terrible. Like it just doesn't look as bad anymore. Like that's crazy.
You're right. You're right. It doesn't look as
Why
bad
would
as
you
it
do
used
that?
to. It doesn't look as bad as it used to. But I did come after you hard about Baker last year in your list.
But this is a film show, right, Chris? It's a film show. So, you know. All right. So, anything else we should talk about for Chris? I mean, there's like quarterback news. I mean, there's no really battles, right? I mean, there's Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones, which I kind of predicted based on my list that who's going to win that one. So,
oh,
so I guess we could talk about that at that point.
Well, but, I mean, is that where we're starting at 32 with the?
No, that's not where I'm starting. That's not where I'm starting. We'll get to that. But yeah, nothing else really happened. He tries the Browns. I mean, sure, Sanders isn't playing.
Well, so here I got a question for you, Marcus, because in the past years, we say we're going to rank from 32 to 1, but there's a lot of rookies that end up starting, and you can't grade a rookie who hasn't put any tape out. So are we legitimately starting at number 32 here, or are we cutting the rookies some slack, and we're just going to dive in after the rookies?
I think technically we're starting at 30 because Chris, there's only one rookie starter this year.
Yeah, Cam's the only guy, huh?
Cam Ward's the only guy.
Technically, we got two because JJ didn't play last year.
Exactly. That's why
So that's
there you
why
go.
we're
32 and 31.
That's why we're starting at the 32 and 31.
Yeah.
And by the way, JJ is struggling his way through camp.
Is he? Or is that a Packers fan take, or is that
no? That's legitimate. That's a legitimate take. I won't even dive in on Caleb. I will wait until you tell me his name here in about like 1 or 2 or 3. Like I know we're having a conversation about Caleb here today. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, anything else? I mean, it's just really another quarterback. Does any quarterbacks get paid? Who got paid? Oh, Brock Purdy got paid, right? Brock Purdy got paid. That was important.
I mean,
right?
It's interesting in New York. You got 3 quarterbacks over there:
Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston,
and Jackson Dart. You know what I do love about that is our guy Cam Scadaboo.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out the door with Jackson Dart, and they're having some fun together. But our boy Scadaboo, got to give some ASU love. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see. He's going to bring a lot of buzz in this preseason. He's going to bring a lot of buzz, and I'm curious if it'll be because of what him and Jackson Dart are doing together, or if it's just going to be what Cam's doing.
Yeah, it's Jackson Dart. I know we didn't talk about the college quarterbacks. I'll never understand that. I'll never get it. I don't know what they see. I know that his agent has not had a non first or second round pick like ever. So I really think his agent is awesome and it's just sold the hell out of Jackson Dart because Brock Bowers went first round. Who else went first round? Like a bunch of guys that he had, and then he does Carson Beck now, which you probably told Carson Beck you're not going first round, so you need to go back to school. And then he's like, but Jackson, I can get you in there. And he snuck in the back, man. And I have never seen a quarterback be as late as he is on a college field. And somebody thinking they can fix
drafted in the
that.
first round.
I mean, good luck. Good luck, Brian.
Maybe it's a good thing he's sitting there behind the two vets. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah. And like the most anticipation offense, which I'm going to bring up when we talk about Caleb Williams, is the offense that Brian Daboll and Ben Johnson run and Josh McDaniels runs. You have to have high level anticipation. Jackson Dart's in that offense, and I know Brian Daboll probably won't be there when he actually gets to start for real, right?
Oh, you think it's going to go that bad?
Well, they have Russ, so Russ is going to find a way to get 9, I guess. If it depends. I don't know.
No. He's not the guy that he was in Seattle.
I don't know. In Pittsburgh last year, they started.
He's not that guaranteed. He's not that guaranteed 10. He showed you what he did.
They were 10-2, Chris. He came in there and went 6-0 to start off, and then he did what Russell Wilson always does: start losing in December. I mean, he did the same Russell Wilson stuff he's been doing his whole career. So I mean, the Giants. He still has Malik Neighbors, and Darius.
He does have Neighbors.
Darius, what I'm saying? We're getting ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying he'll probably play the whole season, and then like Jackson Dart will probably take over next year with the new head coach.
Definitely next year.
Yeah, if they don't make
we won't see Jackson this year. We'll see Jameis before we see our guy Dart there.
Oh, I really can't wait to see Jameis in offense. That is going to be pick city. I hope he plays. Him trying to throw a dagger anticipate a dagger round.
He won't see all 3 of the linebackers in there.
All right. Yeah. Besides that, like, Cam Ward went one of the Titans. Shedeur Sanders fell to the 5th round. Besides that, I mean, that's the kind of quarterback summer.
It's not an exciting quarterback off season.
It really isn't.
Like Aaron Rodgers ruined it by over Brett Favreing it. Now he's just go ahead. All right, Pittsburgh, fine, we get it.
He's going to Steelers, man.
You're gonna go play. You were making eyes at Mike Tomlin for 3 years. We all knew this was coming at some point.
Mike Tomlin finds a way. He's gonna find a way to go 10-7 this year, man.
I don't disagree with you. They always
find a way.
That defense has been eating up that offensive line, and Rodgers has to keep checking the ball down, and he can't get the ball downfield to DK because he just doesn't have time in camp.
Yeah, we'll talk about Rodgers next time.
Oh, that's a nice little teaser there. Yeah. And I would hope that we're keeping his name out your mouth on day one. All right. So 32, 31. We can't talk about those because those are rookie quarterbacks, and we don't talk about rookies that don't have tape in the NFL when we're grading on an NFL level.
I hate when people do that. Like, why is Cam Ward ranked 23rd? Like, bro, what are you basing that off?
Yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's just not realistic. Did you see the ball that he threw to his best friend, who's number 8 on the wide receiver depth chart? Wow. And they weren't wearing pads.
Yeah. I guess.
All right.
I don't know. All right.
Let's do it. Who's 30?
All right. 30 is Spencer Rattler. So Spencer Rattler is going to be the starter for the New Orleans Saints, but he is playing this year, right? It's not a debate. Spencer Rattler is going to be the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints because Tyler Show already has jokes being made about him in practice, and Tyler Shook has already been having jokes made about him in practice, and I think Rattler's just, he's already played a year. He played some football last year. It's not like he didn't play, right? Did he play the best in the world? No, but I mean, there's still some really good throws he sprinkled in there. I still think he's like a little bit late, right? He's just, but there's you can still see the athleticism, which I still don't know what happened with him in the combine. He doesn't look like he ran a 4.9. I don't know what happened that day, but it wasn't good. It wasn't
Well,
good.
I mean, I don't know what to think of what's going on with Spencer. Like we saw his demise in college, and I can't believe that he's starting at the NFL level. Like, is there a path for him? Like, what did you see? Is there a hope for Spencer Rattler as an NFL quarterback?
Yes, because he has a great arm, right? So there's a path, right? He has a great arm. I don't think he's tough in the pocket. He's not scared, right? He's not gonna, when there's pressure, he's not gonna just fold or anything like that. He'll take a hit while he's throwing the football. With him, like I said, it's just he's really never had to like read the field. He's always been
You just took the words right
right.
out
He's
of my
he's he's always
mouth.
been a little bit more of a playmaker. In college, he was a little bit of a playmaker. Even in college, at times when I was watching him, he was late, and you just see it in the NFL. Him just being a tad late on some throws, or like not seeing it correctly, and then or just missing a throw that he shouldn't miss. So, but I will say he does have the arm where there's like, okay,
Yeah,
so like in
he's one of
practice.
those
Go
he's one
ahead.
of those God given ability kind of guys. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna go off of this. What
yeah,
my concern is the work effort, the work ethic that is
mm,
needed to play the quarterback position at a high level. I don't think he showed us in his college career that he was willing to put the work into it. Um, that's
yeah,
what it comes down to with needing to read the defense to see what's out on the field. Like you gotta be watching film.
yeah.
So Marcus, is that there?
At
Did you see
times,
any of it?
at times, like it's just not. It's like he looked like a rookie. I mean, I don't.
Sure.
Best way you could explain it. He looked like a rookie, right? So he looked like a rookie fifth round pick playing football, but he has the arm, he has the talent, so he just there's some really good throws in there. There's like some there's some throws you're like, okay, like even when he played the Raiders. I mean, to start off that game, he was doing really well, and the Raiders weren't the greatest on defense last year, of course, but you can still see the potential there at some moments. Like, okay, this guy could play a little bit, right? Like I feel like he could become a competent quarterback. Like I don't feel like he's a backup. I guess, right? I don't know if
Oh,
he's a top 20 guy, but like I don't know. He might be. He just I'm saying like he could become that if he can just see the field a little bit like quicker. Like the clock's got to speed up with him,
yeah.
right? Um, and sometimes he would like rip it in there, but because he can. But that's what's gonna happen to him. The clock if the clock starts moving faster and he starts speeding up, Chris. I mean, I'm not saying the Saints would be good, but like he has a chance to kind of where there's talent there, though. You know what I mean?
He's got weapons around him.
Yeah, and he has a terrible offensive line, though.
It's not like he doesn't have playmakers around him.
That line is awful. Oh, it's
So
terrible.
that's true. He's gonna have to get it out.
You
Like
know,
that ball's got to get out of his hands immediately.
yeah. I mean, uh, I'm happy the Raiders didn't take Fuaga. They took Brock Bowers. Very smart. But yeah. I mean, that's Spencer Rattler, though. Just to be honest, like I just think that he has that just potential there, but it's just not enough really to say that. But yeah, I think you could do something with it. You could do something with it. You could do something with it.
Okay. There's light at the end of the tunnel for Spencer Rattler.
Yes. All right. Next one is a guy who didn't have much film either, but he had enough. Michael Penix at 29. Now, Penix, when I was watching him, he definitely looked like he did on college film, which was, big throw, just terrible throw, big throw, just awful decision, big throw, and it was basically just like that,
You're on a
and
roller coaster.
yeah, yeah, and I just don't know if he's accurate enough to be consistent. Like just his throw against Washington. I mean, I feel like if he was a more accurate quarterback, they beat the Falcons. They beat the Commanders, and they might make the playoffs. They might win that division. Because there's this throw where this guy's wide open, just running wide open in the end zone, and he's a little late, right? But I mean, there's times in some of these games where he showed some great anticipation, right? So I know it's there, and it's just he just missed his throw, and it was like right at the sideline. If he just the guy's wide open, man, just put it, just take some heat off it. You know what I mean? Like it's like he doesn't have any touch on his throws,
Interesting.
right? It's all heat. You know what I mean? And that when you throw like that at times in the NFL, like the timing gets off because I think sometimes you'll see better quarterbacks when they have touch on the ball. They put some touch on it and they do things like that. You'll see more of like touchdowns and things like that because sometimes you just can't. You got to take something off it. You know what I mean? Which not to get into Justin Herbert, which sometimes I feel like it's his problem, but I just think he has that ability. I think his arm is just like a machine, and he can't control it, and he tries to take touch off it, and it just comes out as he can't do that. He just can't put touch on the ball. But Penix has to learn how to do that. I think, and that's where his next step is. But it's just the accuracy overall to me is just not there.
So that makes me nervous. That makes me really nervous because when you talk about it's something that he needs to learn, the, it's very difficult to teach somebody to put touch on a ball. Like that's just something that you feel. Like there's not a way to teach somebody to do that. You can teach somebody how to go through a progression and make reads and watch on film what your keys are and what you're looking for. And you can go through the repetition of teaching somebody, what calls need to be made at the line of scrimmage when you see this versus that. But something like learning how to put touch on the ball, that's a difficult thing to try to teach somebody.
Yeah. I don't think it's yeah. It's just not there. There's just so many bad throws against the Commanders. When if like I said, if he was accurate in that game, they win, man. Because like those guys are open. The calls right. You know what I mean? And you know he just wasn't hitting those throws. And I don't know if he and that's something that happened like against Michigan. You know what I mean? In the championship game where there's just throws he just was missing that he usually would make or you expect him to make, but then there'd be like three wild throws. You're like, oh wow, that's a great throw. You know what I mean? Like that's just it. So it's kind of
And
mixed in, but
for
he's just
us,
he's so erratic. He's erratic basically.
not doing the show, and as long as we have not done the show, for you to make that Michigan reference right before I'm about to make the Michigan reference, like still right here, bud. Still right here. I was literally thinking the same exact thing. Just how underwhelming it was to watch him in the national championship games. Like, oh, see, these are really good football players that he's playing against, and that didn't go the same way that it did all season long. We're gonna have some trouble. So I I'm anticipating some more trouble for him this season. I think this is another year of a learning curve for him, and don't make the same mistake of drafting Kyle Pitts for the sixth year in a row as your number one tight end in fantasy football,
Mhm.
because it I'm still waiting for Penix to come out of the. I don't see him coming out of his rookie like sophomore slump. You can't have a sophomore slump if you didn't have a good rookie season. So, um, I, he makes me nervous.
Very. Because I'd be worried. I mean, that's why I think that's why I feel like Kirk Cousins, even though he wants to trade, he's just gonna wait. I'm not saying maybe Penix fix the accuracy, man, but Cousins like I'll wait. I'll probably go to you anyway. I'll chill. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what always scary about Penix. It's not about the his talent.
No,
It's how erratic he is. I mean, the ball was just being sprayed on the. It's just it's everywhere, bro. Everywhere. All right. So any other thoughts on Michael Penix before I keep it going? Michael Penix Jr.
No, man. Like, just be careful out there.
All right. All right. So this is where I get controversial a little bit.
Already
A little bit.
at 28.
Some people are gonna disagree with me on this one. I think. Um, so 28, I got Caleb Williams at 28. I just put a smile on Chris's face. See, the thing is, it's gonna be hard for me to do this because what it was and why I put him here is because when I lined up these other quarterbacks, I just don't think, especially some of these quarterbacks I'm gonna start naming in this list, I don't think he's better than those guys at this point right now. Okay,
I'm
now
glad that you're finally seeing the light.
see, if you want to talk about like erratic, it is Caleb Williams. Like Caleb Williams, like he'll have a half where he looks like he could be a top 10. Like he'll do a half, like against the Vikings. I think the one when they beat the Vikings, he had some throws in that one. It's just like you're like it is ridiculous. And then against the other game, I guess like the Commanders I watched when they won that game, he just had some throws in there just ridiculous. You're like, oh my god. But it's just overall when you just look at the whole picture of him, it's like it's harder for him to play in structure than it is a little bit than he wants to be, right?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, guys,
Just,
but
just, you're in my head. You're in my
yeah,
head.
it's a little bit harder for him to play in structure, even
It's
though
not a little bit hard. It's very difficult for him to play in structure. He
and I'm
can,
and
he
I
is he
go ahead.
struggles with that 1, 2, 3 ball's got to come out.
And my thing too, Chris, with him is just like, um, he wasn't accurate like he was in college, right? So like he wasn't accurate like that. I don't think his pocket movement. It's like it's always inconsistent with him. Like at times, he looks like he can work the pocket. Like he makes some great moves. He'll step up in the pocket, make some great throws, and then like next thing you know, he's throwing it like it's a screen pass, and he'll throw it in the stands, and you're like, "What is the? Which one are you?"
Yes.
And that's what it gets a little scary with him, and that's what I'm like, okay, man, and like it. Sometimes he'll anticipate some things, and then some things he's just extremely late, and some things he'll just turn something down that should be there, and he just doesn't know what to do afterwards, and I really feel like that the weapons around him weren't that bad. I don't think the
No.
offensive line was that bad either. So it all plays in all that together, where he's kind of taking sacks where he shouldn't, and he's it's just a little bit. It's just too shaky for me right now,
I
right?
could not agree with you more. And I think this is the exact place where he needs to be in your ranking because it's going to happen again this season. It is a brand new offense. It's a more complex offense. It's a brand new offensive line. He's got to figure out how to play with the group that he's got in front of him. And he's got to figure out how to call the plays that are coming in. He's going to struggle mightily this year. The first 4 games are going to be very bad for the Chicago Bears. And the expectation that's been placed on them in the offseason could be extremely detrimental to the progress of Caleb Williams' career because it would not surprise me if he has a bad year that they already talk about replacing him next year.
I don't think they do that.
I don't think that it would not be smart to do that, but the Chicago Bears don't do smart things. So that's what I could see. Ben Johnson's not going to be the one that gets in trouble if they have a bad season.
No. See, I don't want to hear about no Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson knew who he was when he walked in that damn door. He knows what his offense is. Because I'm trying to find this clip. I'm gonna find this real quick if I could have this Lions game here. I hope I didn't erase it. But maybe no, I'm gonna find it. But while I'm trying to find this clip here, I just want to say that he had to know who his quarterback was. Like you
Sure.
can't, right? Like that you're not gonna get
Yeah, but
this.
here's the ego thing about the NFL. Those guys, those coordinators, the ones that I can get him to do what I need him to do in my scheme.
Yeah, it's just it's I gotta do this. I'm gonna show you this, Chris.
Hit me with it.
Hopefully don't get flagged for this stupid shit, but whatever. Um, So this is just dagger concept, but I'm gonna just show you something that Caleb Williams is gonna struggle with,
Oh, I know he's going to struggle with it.
right? Because you get boom and you're getting dagger, but like look where Jared Goff is throwing this football. He's throwing it here to the dig. Can Caleb Williams do that right now?
No, absolutely not. If
That's
Caleb's
gonna be the
going
problem.
underneath, Caleb's going to the underneath route. If if he can get if he can get through his progression quick enough, he will go to the underneath route. But what's more likely that will happen is he will know that he's supposed to throw the dig because that's what they talked about all week.
Yeah,
He will bail on throwing the dig because he's going to have, I got to protect the football in my head, and I don't have the confidence to let that ball fly right now.
yeah.
And then he's going to come off of it to that under route, and then he's going to panic because the lights are going off. Somebody's getting too close somewhere, but he's seeing ghosts, and he's gonna walk himself into a sack.
It's just not the offense for him. Like to me, it's a bad hire. I think this is on the Bears more than anything. That is like I know Ben Johnson picked it, but it's just when you see him, what he's has to be as a quarterback. Like he needs like a West Coast guy, whereas like pick a side, kind of like what like Lamar Jackson and Todd Monken are doing, right? Where it's not like overly concept, like overly complex concepts, because like I said, that's not a complex concept, but it's a complex read, right? Like Jared Goff had to read that
That happened
so.
fast. That happened real fast. And Caleb is not at that speed.
And that's how that Erhart Perkins Patriots offense has to run, because that's where Ben Johnson comes from, Adam Gase. It has to run that way. Like Derek Carr can do that, and look what happened. He went to the Saints. He's at the Saints next year. Like you have to. Then Josh McDaniels got fired because he for some reason thought Jimmy Garoppolo could do it. Like I would even be a little nervous if Geno Smith was doing it, right? Like it has to be a certain quarterback that anticipates
Yeah.
dig windows, because like it's all digs. I mean, that's all the lines do. There's just digs. Monte Brown might run the dagger this time. It might have a motion with the dagger. It might have a motion with the. It's the same Patriots offense, just a little bit mixed up. It's like a little bit cooler, right? That's why Tom Brady. There's a clip of Tom Brady on that quarterback show, and Jared Goff has got all mad at him because Tom Brady was like, "Man, I would love to run this offense." I'm like, "You were, I'm sure, Tom. I'm sure you would." And Jared's like, "No, you don't get to run this, man. You don't. This is my turn." Like, but Tom was probably watching the film all week, like, "Man, I would hit that dick just like that. Maybe I would have went there though." But that's a good read, Josh. I probably would have went there, but yeah, I like
Yeah.
what you did there.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
would have backside because it would have been easier. But yeah, the same offense. And that's how you have to be in that type of offense. Like you have to be at the anticipation guy. And I just think that's a bad fit for Caleb. That's why you see all these jokes come out. He's 5 for 17 in practice camp. Yeah, because he has to hit a dig, anticipate it before the guy breaks out in between a cover 3 zone. That's just it's not, because that's what I'm saying. The concepts aren't that complex. It's the reads. The reads and
Mm-hmm.
how you have to have the timing to hit them is going to be the problem for Caleb. Like he's not an on time guy at this point, and that's why I think it's a
No,
bad
he's
hire.
not.
Yeah,
I expect chaos in Chicago. All right,
yeah.
hit me with that 27.
And I got all those Bears fans who were talking shit to me just in case it does. Like I got them saved. I got those things saved.
Here we go.
Yeah, 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 man. All right, 27. And people are gonna be probably mad that I have this guy over Caleb Williams, but I guess everybody else is over Corey Williams anyways. Justin Fields is 27. For the Jets here, who already dislocated his toe. So
I mean
um,
that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, yeah. To be honest, I don't want to deep dive into Justin Fields, because what is it about to say about Justin Fields that every Raiders fan probably knows, because I probably studied him. If you ever watched this show, the Raiders fan, we studied him. It's like it's that's the film, guys. Like I don't want, like there's really not too much to deep dive into. It's him just seeing a read and just like investigating his head dropping, and then trying to figure it out. I mean, and then
It's what he did in Chicago.
it's what he did in
It's
Pittsburgh.
what he did in Pittsburgh.
That's why
And
they're 4-2. He got
and
benched.
guess what? There's not a good situation in New York.
And he dislocated his toe, which I think is gonna bother him all year.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean that's what happens with toe injuries,
He
especially
was
as two
right. He
players.
was right back on the field the next day, though.
Yeah, I mean it's just toe injuries are awful. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I've had turf
I've
toe
never
before.
dislocated a toe before, so I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah, I've had turf toe, so I couldn't even imagine a dislocated toe. Turf toe hurt me all year, so like if I know technology's better than '04, but like I'm just saying, I know medicine is involved since then, but I'm just saying, uh, it's still gonna bother him, especially if you dislocated it, because he's constantly like it's a toe, you can't avoid it. You're constantly walking on it. I don't
Yeah,
care what you
and the way
say.
that he's going to be running around back there because he's trying to avoid sacks. He's gonna be on the balls of his feet, and those toes are going to be dancing.
I'm telling you, as a football player, a dislocated toe is gonna bother you all year. It's like it's not because like right now as we're speaking, he's walking probably somewhere. If he's walking to, he's constantly he has to walk unless he's in a wheelchair at his crib. Maybe that's what their plan is. I don't know. Maybe he has like a little. I don't know. That's probably what they should do because he needs to stay off it. You know what I mean? He shouldn't even be playing.
He should
In
be
my
getting
opinion.
carried by his offensive lineman.
Something. I don't know, but like it's just not much to say about Justin Fields. There's more to say about Caleb Williams because it's just more of a little bit of a deep dive. Justin Fields, same exact guy. I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
We've
I could
talked.
give you.
We've said the same thing about Justin Fields for the last
I just don't know
five
what to
years.
say.
Like there's nothing new, and that's why he's all the way up here in the ranking.
Yeah,
He's not showing us anything new.
but like because you watch the film, and you're like, oh, that's why they benched him. That makes sense. Like, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
He's great in the red zone though, in that zone read, man. He's great in the red zone. That zone read.
Well, I hope that he can find some success this season, or at least some consistency. I would like to see a little bit of consistency out of our guy here.
All right. 26. Drake May.
Okay,
Drake May at 26.
okay,
I think it's a good spot for him. What I liked about Drake May, I thought he kind of understood what he was doing out there a little bit. He's a little erratic too.
sure.
Just some
I
like
feel like I feel like the light bulb went off in that game against the Titans.
yeah. I mean, and what I liked about him too is that he uses legs a lot more than I think people expected. And I think it really helped out keep that offense moving because, I mean, there wasn't too much help from out there, right? And if it just let's keep it real, right?
It's true. You're right.
I mean, you had Hunter Henry, I guess. I mean, like Keyshawn Booty, or right? Was it like, whatever? I don't know who's out there, but he didn't have like
He
the
got Diggs this
superstars.
year. He's got
Yeah,
Diggs this year.
yeah, yeah. Diggs is dead. Dude. I was watching that film. He's not the same guy, right? Um,
Oh,
but I thought he played well. The offensive line wasn't that good either, and I thought he handled it pretty well. Now he's got Josh McDaniels, which I think is kind of the same thing that Caleb Williams has. He's got that problem where do I think Drake May can stand in the gun and do what Jared Goff just did and throw a dig off?
I don't know. I don't know. I think
like, go ahead.
I think he's further along than Caleb Williams is.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the problem with the Patriots offense. I think is that how long, like maybe like year two. I think if Drake May probably has if he can kind of get the feel of that offense because I'm telling you, man, it's the reads of the offense is the hardest part because it's like really like okay, the West Coast offense, like the coach is in control for the most part, right? And the Erhard Perkins offense, the quarterback's in control. That's what Jared Goff. You hear Jared Goff rave about it because he's like, I'm in full control. Because basically the guy like he calls the play, but it's not like there's like a
It's
progression where it's like one,
ears are off at that point.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? Um, it's all on the quarterback. So the quarterback has to see the field, and okay, so they're in this coverage. This look, I got to go to this side here to this part of the field, and then the thing is, like, you pick wrong, your line better be good enough for you to kind of get to backside, right? So it's all on Drake May, and he's a second year player, and he might handle it better a little bit better than Caleb Williams does, but that's why this offense is so like complex read wise because it's all on the quarterback. It has nothing to do with like Kyle Shanahan. He's dissected it up so Purdy has just the best
Yeah,
options to throw
yeah.
to.
You got these three choices,
Yeah, he's like
and
attacking
you go this
coverages.
one first, this one second, and this one third. That's how it plays.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, I bench you. So
Yep.
that's and if you don't go where I point, then you're not gonna be playing for me.
Yep.
It's totally different here. It's like this is all on Drake May, and Josh McDaniels is not Ben Johnson. That's what I'll say too. Josh McDaniels is 2004 Patriots offense. You know what I mean? He's 2007. He's still running. He's still running that stuff. And the, like the thing is with Josh McDaniels is he's like a great like first 15 guy. So he's gonna have the he'll
Oh
come
yeah, yeah, yeah.
chop you up a little bit. And I think Drake May's gonna start off fast. It's just when the game goes on, how can Josh McDaniels adjust? And
Adjustments.
that's
Yeah.
what he struggles with. It's just that past the first 15. But we'll see. We'll see. But I do like Drake May because I just think you could tell that he has a little bit of a grasp of what I kind of expected him, and I thought he was a little tougher than I thought he was. So I think he showed some toughness this year, but I think him using his legs, kind of keeping that offense moving when guys weren't open, but he still did a good job out there. Like he just looked like it wasn't too big for him at that point. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like
my opinion started to change on him during that Titans game. Just the way that he was able to carry himself as a rookie in a situation like that, and the way that he played. I have higher expectations for him this year. I really don't want to see him. I had him pegged as the second coming of Daniel Jones, so I hope he doesn't fall down that path. I really hope he doesn't fall down that path.
no, he has great throws. Like he has too many wild throws on film. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of like potential, and I thought he played better than I thought he would play year one. So that's why I was like, okay,
Sure.
there's
Hey,
all the great throws you saw in North Carolina, they're all still there. But then you saw him kind of use his legs a little bit more, kind of play within the offense a little bit, do check the ball down. A lot of things he didn't do at North Carolina. You kind of saw him just have a little
yeah,
bit more control, right?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
but yeah, he's still a little erratic though. I'm not gonna lie. And his feet he's still got the little happy feet a little bit. But he's a
We'll
little
see what
erratic.
happens this year.
You say this.
There's your first hashtag. We'll see. We got some expectations here for Drake May after what he showed us in year one.
Yeah, he better not play with Josh though, because Josh will definitely trade him for Jared Goff for sure. Trade the Lions. He'll be a Mike Vrabel. I don't know. I think we should just go get Jared.
All right, 25, 25.
25. Anthony Richardson at
Oh,
25. Okay.
we have announced the position battle winner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's gonna win this.
It has to be him. You can't not start him.
They already got him. They already got him like where the writers are like he's a different guy. He's got a fire in his ass. They brought in Daniel Jones, and like yeah, and that probably just took off the relaxation he probably had as a quarterback. Like I'm the starter or whatever. Like oh shit, I better be ready playing this damn system. You know what I mean? I better be ready to get the throws in. Because the thing is with Anthony Richardson, and it's gonna sound crazy. Raiders fans are probably like, "What, Marcus?" He kind of reminded. I know you kind of. I think you know where I'm going with this, Chris. He kind of reminds
You and I were not on the same page when it came to him coming out of college. I rode the wave of him maybe being okay for about 3-4 weeks.
Because he reminds me of like if Jamarcus Russell didn't do drugs and actually cared a little bit more than he did. Like when I watch him, I feel like is this what Jamarcus Russell would look like if he cared?
Yeah, but does he care though?
I think he does. I think he does now. And I think when he got his job back the second time, like the first couple of games, he looked like he was just throwing the ball. I mean, you want to talk about erratic?
Yeah, no, he's definitely Mr. Erratic last year.
If you want to talk about erratic, I mean that's Anthony Richardson. But the thing is with Anthony Richardson though, like there are some moments where it's like, okay, like against the Jets, like he looked really good. He was just hitting all these crazy throws. I think he's way too aggressive. And I think they need to be like, okay, like, hey, bro, you don't have to throw a go route every single third down. Like this is not the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the only That's the only thing he's got in the arm is a go route.
I wouldn't say that's the only thing he's got in the arm. I just think that he thinks he can make that throw every single damn time, and he's like, "I'm going to make it." I'm telling Chris, I've been watching it, but it's he throws the ball so hard that it's hilarious to watch his guys try to catch the football too. Like that's what you know. Like there's this play against the Jets where Michael Pittman is doing a dig route, and he throws it, just puts all of it into it to kind of get it in between the safeties, and it just like bounces off Michael Pittman's head. Because Pittman can't get his hands up quick enough. Now, this is like a 15-yard dig. I mean, Michael Pittman's 15 yards down the field, and it like hits him in the head because he can't get his hands up quick enough, Chris. And then like the same game, they run the same dig route, and like Pittman catches it this time, but like you could watch the ball like almost eat him up just like this.
Yeah.
He throws the ball so hard, and he can't take nothing off it too. Like he has, I'm telling you, like it. You see guys drop his passes because it'd be like a 6-yard pass, and he's just throwing it 800 miles per hour right after it just bounce off their hands. And I don't know if that's already to get fixed with him. I think he's gonna have a lot of drops his whole career. Because I'm telling you, Michael Pittman has pretty good hands, and Michael Pittman is he almost knocked Michael Pittman off his feet with the dig route throw. So, but it's throws like that when you see it, like okay. And then of course add the running ability. Like there still might be something there if he can, especially talking about him in camp. It's just like 47% completion percentage is just not going to work. You know what I mean? Like
Not in the slightest.
And that's why I get the little Jamarcus Russell vibes. That's what Jamarcus Russell used to do. But then he had that Bucks game, like the last year. That had like every Raiders fan going in 09. Like maybe
I'm gonna make you move on to 24 now.
All the Raiders fans in here know what I'm talking about. That Bucks game where they went out and beat they got John Gruden fired. Don't lie to yourself. You're like, oh, maybe we got something, Jamarcus. Maybe we got something. He was like 21 to 31. Michael Bush had like 130 yards rushing. You're like, oh no, here we come. Here we go. Maybe he took a step. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was every Raiders fan thought after that 08 getting John Gruden fired. We're like, oh, maybe, man. Maybe. we might got something here.
Well, if you got something here, then this is the only year that I'm going to let you put him in front of Drake Maye.
Okay. All right.
If he doesn't have it, he can't be here anymore.
If I had to guess, I mean, a lot of people like to project what they should be the year, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, I know you're right. I mean, this is still a guessing game. There's not a lot of tape on all these guys.
Yeah, and I would say like I could make the case that I think he might jump up a little into the top 20 just because I think doesn't want Daniel Jones to jump him.
Well, let's hope that that's the case.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, the craziest throws I've seen. I mean, he throws so hard, Chris. He almost took Michael Pittman. And Michael Pittman knew the ball was coming. It's not like it caught him off guard.
All right, 24.
All right, 24 is Joe Flacco. Just because,
See, you know what? That's disrespectful.
Why is that disrespectful?
Joe is very consistent. You know exactly what you're getting with Joe. You're telling me that there's 23 guys better than Joe Flacco this year.
Chris, like, come on, man. Joe Flacco, I mean, even when he played last year, there are some moments where he looked pretty good, but I mean, he didn't look like he did with the Browns. I'll tell you that. I mean, there's a lot of I would say.
You mean with the Colts?
No, the year before with the Browns. Remember? In the playoffs? He did not look like that.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I say really like I didn't see it.
I mean, Richardson got the job. If Flacco looked as good as he did against the Browns, I don't think Richardson gets the job back. You know what I mean? I think Flacco kind of took a little bit. He looked a lot older last year. That's what I would say. I mean, he still has a good arm. Still has a big arm. But like just the way that he has to move in the pocket, like he doesn't have athleticism anymore. Because I think Joe Flacco was a little bit better athlete than people gave him credit for.
Agreed.
Movement skills, right? And he didn't have that at all anymore. You can just tell that he's just old. He's getting old. But he's gonna be the Browns quarterback. Yes, and he's back there. I mean, I don't know what the Browns are gonna look like this year.
Dude, their start of the season is brutal. They got 0-5 written all over. Actually, they could win one game because they play the Bengals early, and the Bengals are really good at going 1-4 to start the season.
That's why they're playing. They're playing Burrow the whole preseason this year. Trying to start off fast.
They got to do so. Well, they got to be careful because he always gets hurt early in the year too.
Yeah, but I don't want to deep dive too much. I mean, Joe Flacco is Joe Flacco. Like,
Yeah, no, we don't. There's. Yeah, what are you gonna say? That's
exactly.
you say something people don't already know.
So when he's like 40. All
He's getting there. He's getting there.
right.
20,
So this next guy,
23.
23. Okay, so next guy
Say it.
who
Say it.
who you think I'm gonna go with? Who you
I
think I'm
think
going
I
with?
think you put Kyler Murray right where he belongs.
Ah, you're so close, Chris. This is Bryce
Oh,
Young.
yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Bryce Young, which honestly I thought Bryce Young played
I thought he finished the season
a
better.
lot better, man. I think if there's a guy who I would project that would get into the top 15 from this list of guys, it would be him.
Is
Just
that
because,
so? Well,
just
that's just
because.
because you need him to redeem yourself, picking him over.
I mean, yes, that too. That, and I was very excited watching him. Like, you know what? Maybe he might be better this drought. It's not over yet. It's not over. That's what I was watching. You know what? It's not
Baker's
over.
giving you the hope that you need.
It's not over, Chris. We got like at least one more year of quarterback development. I know Stroud's up there, but
No, you're right.
it's not over.
I think this would be a really big year for Bryce. I think you're right. I think it's a big year. I think he's in the right place as far as the way that you're ranking him. I'm excited to see him work with his new rookie wide receiver.
Hmm. And I want to say Leggett. That dude's a beast, bro.
I think
He was
that
eating up Patrick Surtain Jr.
pairing the two of them up, that's a really good young 1-2 combo right there, and giving Bryce some guys that he's going to be able to work with for a while. And then you
And
got Thielen's the
yes,
savvy vet in that situation.
yeah. And think what I like about Bryce, and what I really like about Bryce is watching him later year is that he anticipates really well. I thought he read the field a whole lot better than he did the year before. Like I feel like the year before I felt like he was just lost. I didn't know what was going to happen. And then he had the first couple games this year, but later doesn't say. I don't know what that benching did to him, but it woke him up. And then like he started anticipating really well. I mean, he had some great throws against the Chiefs. He kept him in that game. He kept him in the game against the Eagles where he had some great throws. It was just consistently getting better every single week. And then like he's like, and then the clutch stuff that he usually does in the fourth quarter started showing up. Which like when he played the Packers, he let it come back against you guys, right? He played the Packers, and then I mean that did happen, right? I mean he did.
Why you got to do that?
I mean because it's an example of his growth, Chris. We're talking about his growth here. So so it just kind of shows his growth, and I really feel like that he has the potential to hop up into that top 15 area just because I think he is starting to figure it out. He has a great play caller, right? Dave Canales is a great play caller. And the playmaking ability is still there too. And and I feel like he got a lot tougher in the pocket too, harder to
Mm-hmm.
sack, and he just makes some great plays outside the pocket. So it's all just developing there, where it's like, okay, I see you getting better. I see you kind of with the growth there. Um, but I really did like his film. It just wasn't something like I could say that is better than the guys in front of him yet, but I think he's taken the steps where he's not like I think I had the last quarterback ranked last year. I think that he's taken a step
Yeah,
up.
yeah. His
He
rookie
was
year
awful.
was a brutal. I think he finally started to unclench. I think he finally started to just feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, oh hey, I can play in the NFL. Like the speed's fast, yeah, but it's not. Like I think at the beginning it was just 1,000 miles per hour, and his brain was just short circuiting because he couldn't figure it out, and he just wasn't comfortable, and it was all just chaos. But the way that the season started to end, and you just saw some more, he just looked more comfortable, and it started to look like it maybe have begun to start slowing down for him.
Mm,
And I the first quarter of this season, the first 4 games are going to be absolutely critical for how he develops the rest of the year. If they come out and they get their heads kicked in the first 4 weeks, I don't know that we'll be able to ever see him get to that potential of being a top 15 quarterback.
Mhm.
But if he can survive the first 4 weeks and really settle in, I think you're right, Marcus. I think he's starting to show that he could be that guy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I like. All right, so yeah, 22 is your boy, Kyler Murray.
That's your boy.
I was really disappointed with this
He's
film.
never been my boy.
I was super disappointed. I was really upset, to be honest. I was like, what is? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, because the year before, you
I
got
know you
mad
were
at me.
so excited. You were
I
so
was, I was, I was
excited.
like, man, I think this is the offense. He's under center. He's just doing this thing, but
Nope.
it was just like at times, it was just like I just couldn't believe it. Like, what the? I was like, what the hell? Like I said, at least three or four times. He had this play against Seahawks, man. I don't know if you remember this, Chris, but like he just was like rolling out, and the play didn't work, and he kind of just like, and this is why I feel like that he should have been better to this. I was on this play. He just like threw it over his head, basically, right? That's what it felt like. It felt like he just threw it over his head because the guy was like there, like kind of open. Michael Wilson was. He throws it over his head, and of course it goes over Michael Wilson's head and right into
The
a
defender's
Cardinals
hands.
player. I
Yeah.
think was it the Cardinal? No, Seahawks player. It was a Seahawks guy. But Kyler Murray, right, throws the ball. Right, he's kind of like running towards the sideline, and when I'm watching the film, the guy is just running in the field with like by himself, and I'm thinking to myself, where did Kyler Murray go? Shouldn't he be there? And I look at a different angle. This dude was on the sideline like this, watching the dude run for a pick six, and I'm thinking like, how the hell did you even make it to the back of the locker room after that?
Dude, I'm telling you.
I could.
I've been screaming it from the rooftops ever since he got drafted. I've been saying the same thing for years, Marcus. They paid him like a baseball player so he wouldn't go play baseball.
I don't know. It just felt like everything fell apart. Like it just and you know he
This
has
is
pretty good
it.
receivers. He has
This
a
is
good
the
running game.
year. This is it.
His line's not that bad.
He's got to do something this year, Marcus. He has to.
Like he wasn't even accurate. Like you know, at least he's at least Chris, you could admit he's an accurate quarterback, right? I mean, he's been an accurate quarterback, right? He
I
wasn't even
think
accurate.
he has he has the ability to be accurate, but I think this guy's so checked out up here that he throws it away instead of being accurate. This is the year. Like it's got to happen for him this year. He's got to have a big year. If he doesn't have a big year, it's over.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the Seahawks. Who's our next quarterback? Sam Darnold.
I like the way you did that. I like the way you did that. Was this 22 or is this 21?
21.
21. All right, 21. Sam Darnold.
I just couldn't put
Remember,
Sam Darnold 20. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Chris.
dude,
Sorry.
I'm glad you didn't do it. You tried to hurt my feelings last year with where you were ranking him. Where was he last year?
I don't know. 'Cause he didn't start, remember? I think JJ McCarthy got hurt after we started the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't rank him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't rank him because of McCarthy getting hurt.
See, because
No, you
Darnold,
know what? I can't remember. I can't remember when that happened. You might have ranked him. I feel like you put him inside your top 20.
I never would have did that. There's no way. Because
I
he
mean, I
didn't play
hope
the year
you.
before. Maybe like, no, no, no. I don't believe that. We'll go back. We'll check the tape.
Okay.
We'll go back. We'll check the tape on that one. But like, the thing was with Darnold, man, it's just like I mean, he's kind of the same guy that I always like thought of he was with the Jets, which is like
He's great unless
awesome.
there's pressure.
Yes, that too. But I think this year he just was on weapons everywhere. Like you know Justin Jefferson, which makes everybody look a little bit better. Nick Mullen looks like a halfway decent playing with Justin Jefferson. you know, and then he had Jordan Addison too last year.
Yeah.
T.J. Hawkinson.
Yep. They had some weapons.
And then he
Aaron
has a,
Jones out of the backfield.
and he has a wizard, Kevin Connell. Me personally, I think he's the best play caller in football,
Is
and I
that
think
so?
I think so. I think that he makes it so easy. He makes it like what I like about him is he makes it hard to double team Justin Jefferson. And that's what allows the Vikings to eat and allows him to eat. Because if you move Justin Jefferson all around, you can't really double team him. It's you can, but from like a slot perspective, like if you're doing a 3-by-1 and he's the inside slot, like how are you gonna double team him? Right? Like do you like that and that messes up everything else. And you have Jordan Addison next to him, and then that they just eat that way. And he just
Yep.
moves Jefferson everywhere. Like Jefferson's not an X for them, right? Like he's more of a Z, and that is kind of the genius of Kevin O'Connell because you don't know where Jefferson's going to be. You can't really double team him because if you start double teaming him, he's just going to move him inside, and you can't double team him, and he's going to run those same routes, and it just makes it so easy for Sam Darnold to work with that. And I think Darnold was eating, and then once the offensive line started to fall apart in the playoffs and stuff like that, you
Well,
kind of get to see
once
him.
once you play some relevant football and the team's really, I, I mean, basically he was great until you and I know the football season starts in December, and then once December hit, it kind of got iffy for him,
Mhm.
and then once they got in the playoffs, well, different story.
Yeah, because like the game against the Lions, bro, like they should have won that game if he was top 20 quarterback, they win that game. They're in the red zone like the whole game. And they had 3 failed red zone trips. Like that's not a top 20 quarterback. I
That's
don't care. I don't
no,
care what his record is. You know what I mean?
no.
That's not. And I'm happy the Raiders didn't sign him and they went with Geno Smith. I'm super happy about that.
I'm happy for you. I'm
I
happy
know.
for you, and I'm really happy to see him in Seattle. Like that's just a franchise that I don't care to see them ever have any success any ever again.
Yeah. I just told him that Kyler Murray's gonna be the quarterback in 2026, but that's if Kyler doesn't get better. I mean, the whole list, the most disappointed I was at this whole quarterback list was Kyler Murray. I literally was watching this like what is this? Like what do you like?
Marcus, you made me
I'm like
very happy.
I'm
You
like
made me
this
a
is
very happy man with your list here today.
Chris, I appreciate that. I don't think you're gonna like next week, but I appreciate.
I know
I don't think you're
exactly
gonna be.
why I'm not going to like
I
next
don't think
week.
you're gonna be a fan, but
I know exactly why I'm not going to be happy about next week's episode.
but
We'll have
yeah,
a deeper conversation about that.
yeah, and we're gonna deep dive more into the guys next week. And this is like the beginning.
Yeah, we're this is a fresh season.
Hmm.
Marcus and I are coming at it with the intention of making sure that it's a good full season for everybody.
Yeah, Chris is moving to Arizona, so we're about to. He's gonna be.
Oh, spilling some news early, huh?
Yeah, man. It's it will be on the same time zone. You know
We'll
what I
be in
mean?
the that's going to help make things a lot easier.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. But yeah, guys, that's 32-21. I'll put it up here for you guys so you guys can take a picture. Made a
Oh,
little
look at
graphic here.
you!
Made a little graphic here. I didn't spell any names wrong. So, that's something I do for our Raiders fans.
I'm glad you focused on it.
I focus on that. But yeah, so that's the list, 32 through 21. And we'll get into the top 20. And then, yeah, it's going to be exciting, guys. I think we're going to have some good lists. I think next week's is gonna have some discussions, And then
Oh,
the top 10, I think we might go live for the top 10, Chris. This might be your first live
that's
show.
what that might
Maybe you
be a
should go
really good
live.
idea there.
Yeah,
That might
go
be a really
live
good
for our top
idea.
10 reveal. Yeah, so
I can get behind that.
you can get behind that. All right, guys. Follow us ALPA_QB1 on Twitter. Same for Instagram. Also, Little Pocket Awareness on Facebook. At the March on and from me at King Manelos. We are out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Out of here, peace.